Well, hello, my algebra students. I apologize. I thought I was sending them, and I guess I was. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, hopefully I can get it right now. So I'm going to make this first video a little bit shorter just to make sure I get one out there so you know they're there. Anyways, rational numbers and irrational numbers, you should know the difference. A rational number is any number that could be a fraction at some point. So, the number 4 is rational. The number 1/2, rational. It is a fraction. But also the number 0.2 is rational because it'd be 2/10. 0.3 repeating is rational because it's the same as 1/3. You could change it to 1/3. Irrational is any number that could never be a fraction. And the one number you know right now that's irrational is pi. But any square root that cannot be simplified to get rid of the square root is irrational. Now, we did this a long time ago and we didn't spend a lot of time on it. But when you plot a lot of points and then try to see what's going on. So let's say plot you would say there's no correlation to that because the plots are just all over the place. But if you plot them, and let's say you get something that looks like a line almost. Now it's not a total line, but you see how it looks like there's a line in between there? That means it has a correlation to it. If it's going up to the right, it's a positive correlation. If it's going down to the right, then it's a negative correlation. Or if it has a positive slope, going up to the right, negative, down to the right. But a correlation just means that they're close together, so they look like they kind of form a line. Just all over the place, no correlation. So the more like a line, stronger the correlation. You might want to watch that twice to make sure you understand it. Now, evaluating. Given numbers to represent x, all you do is you replace the variable with that number in parentheses. So that would be in parentheses -2 plus the y. -2 plus 3 is 1. So -2, 3, that would be -6. An odd number of negatives is negative when you're multiplying. So this would be -2 in parentheses times 4 in parentheses, and then parentheses around the whole thing. -2 times 4 is -8. Square would be -8 times -8 is 64. Then absolute value, I almost said parentheses. Absolute value, we would have in parentheses 3 minus in parentheses -2. I'm just putting in for the y, putting in for the x. Minus a minus is plus. So it'd be 3 plus 2. So it'd be the absolute value of 5. And absolute value says make sure the inside turns. When you have the inside all the way simplified, turn it to positive. So it'd be +5. By the way, I'm just doing topics from the final, and I'm kind of going in order. Whole numbers. Whole numbers are just written, when they're written, they're over 1. So they're part of the integer system. Did I spell that wrong? I think it's whole numbers, WH. Then order of operations. Remember, order of operations, you start off doing the level of powers and grouping. Then you go back and do all multiplying and dividing. Then the last step is addition and subtraction. So if you have 3, 2 minus 4, 3 minus 2, you do the grouping first. So you go 3 minus 2. So it'd be 4 times 1 is 4. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. And then 3 times a negative 2 is negative 6. Now, to be honest, this should be pretty reviewish. I hope it is. By the way, integers is positive or negative with 0. But anyways, this is just a start. We're going to do more as we go on.